was talking too much already. The first thing I'm gonna do is call out the shit. Everyone can hear that? What are you doing? What's going on here, do you think? Hi. Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
Okay, do that less. Do that less from now until like, as long as we're hanging out, for sure. Afterwards, we could talk and like, fucking, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be great. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick, so I'll get out of your hair pretty soon. Thank you so much for coming out. Still don't know what you're saying, still happening. I'll work through it as long as we can. What the fuck, man? That's jarring. That's a jarring. I didn't know it was like that. Especially with the clowns, it is very bad. I know somebody already said that. Now I'm looking around and I already think that all the paintings are following me and shit like that. And they're like, no, they're making sound as well. Cool, man. Seen them all over YouTube. That's my stand-up credit. You guys been to stand-up shows before? You heard other good stand-up credits? Here's an example. You've seen this next guy on Fox. TV, other real places that you could only dream of showing up, having a job, being asked back. And then they get to me and they're like, you're gonna love this next guy. You know that free website? You got a pretty good shot at making it if you have an email address. Let's bring him out. This guy is somehow as good as everybody else. Let's get, he has a Hotmail, he's doing all right. I do still have a Hotmail. That's the funniest thing I'll say on the street. This will give you a pretty good indication as to where my career is at. I had a show in Los Angeles a couple weeks ago, and I was crossing the street to get to the show, and some dude grabs me. He's like, hey man, are you Mike from YouTube? Mike Falzone? I said, yeah man, and he goes just like this. He said this verbatim. He goes, all right, and he left. He went and he did something else. I don't know what he did. Thank you. Good joke. That's a two-horn. Yeah, man, so that's where I'm at right now. It's like you were saying, hey, are you Mike from YouTube? Yeah, okay. You know, just fucking, you're this close. You try a little bit harder, and we'll see if I tell my friends that we had this conversation or something. Hey man, keep trying. We'll see. That's what my stand-up credit should be. All right, you're gonna love this next guy. We'll see. Good joke. Cool, man. I get to do fun shit once in a while, though. Are you done coughing, or I can wait? We'll edit it out. I can't see jack shit. You could be in a horrible situation right now. And I wouldn't know. Everyone's like lightly chuckling. You're like, I got a chicken nugget. A whole chicken nugget. Whoa. I get to do fun shit once in a while. I had my own show on the Rock's YouTube channel for a little while. That was the shit. Thank you, one person who watched it. That's why I don't have it anymore. Because fucking Cynthia watched it, and that about it. Thank you, Cynthia. There's no chance your fucking name is Cynthia. We're in Portland. You guys are pretty hipster, but that's like, there's like cold brew coffee, and then there's being named Cynthia. But I had a show on The Rock's YouTube channel, and all my friends from home freaked out because they're all big wrestling fans. They're like, you got some stories with The Rock? Tell us some Dwayne Johnson stories. Call him DJ when you do it. I'm like, okay, man. One time, first of all, sit down, strap in, because you're gonna be fucking blow your mind. One time, I was standing in a room, and The Rock comes into the room, and he looks at me, and then he looks at the back of the room, and then he looks back at me, and he says, "Is that where the food's gonna be, you think?" That's it. That's what I got. What the fuck? What happened? So that's my rock story, man. I can tell my grandparents that. Grandkids. You don't tell your grandparents stories. They don't listen. Because they're dead. I don't know who it is, but somebody laughs over there. Sounds like somebody squeezing a rubber ducky over there. What'd you do if it's just normal hipsters, just regular ass hipsters that you guys are used to, and then you look it over, and then Bert and Ernie are in a bathtub? You know, we don't get out much. The fuck? That was like all the Muppets in one voice. They're the bad voice. And where's the camera? Don't do the Muppet one again. Ragging on you guys the way you look. I know how I look. Can I ask you a question, drunk girl? Do you think I have, I know it's not her name. Do you think I have like too much hair on my head and face? Thank you very much. You're like, no, we live here. We're fucking used to that shit. Thank you. Here's the reason I ask. Woke up next to my my wife the other day, name drop, and thank you. Yeah, woke up right next to her. It was crazy. Shit happens almost every day. Fingers crossed, it'll happen a couple more times. And so we had this beautiful moment where like I was watching her sleep because I look like this, and just looking right in her eyes while she's, you know, because you can't look like this unless you watch someone sleep from time to time. They come around and they check. So I was watching her sleep, and it's in the morning, and the sun's coming in through the window, and the sun hits her face perfectly. And I watched her open her eyes. I watched her greet the day for the first time, and I was the first thing she saw, you know. And I looked right at her, and I said, "Good morning, baby. You look beautiful today." Right? It was a beautiful moment. And then she looked back at me, and she took a deep inhale, and she said, "Well, you look like you're always peeking through a goddamn bush." You look like your dad was a bush, and your mom was a dirtier bush. And then they found weed, became a biker, retired, became a substitute teacher. That's what you look like. So what are we gonna do about that? So now I ask strangers with a microphone what they think, because I know what the person who loves me for the rest of her life feels, and it's real different. Here's some inside scoop. You know how you guys could tell that I love my wife? I didn't give her a stupid fucking voice in that joke. Oh my God! And then she was like, oh my God! Oh my God! Who the fuck talks like that? No one talks. Where'd you meet? What fucking church did you meet that woman at? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. Nope, no one prays like that, no one talks like that. That's a dumb situation. Homeless people talk to me all the time because I look like this. No hesitation. They're just like, oh, yeah, Steve, move down. You see this guy? Yeah, go ahead and move down. Give this guy a refrigerator box and a TJ Maxx shopping cart. I know that look. This guy's one missed phone call away from being one of us. Go ahead and scooch. It's the shit, man. I hang out with this one dude in my neighborhood, this one homeless guy, because he's fucking hilarious. Funniest person I know. He has this one joke where he asks me for money all the time. Hey Mike, you got any money? And we'll just laugh and laugh. All the live long day. What the fuck is that, do you think? Somebody have a singing bowl? Tibetan singing bowl? There's a dude in the clown room be like, they can hear the singing bowl from here. Nah, there's no way. Can you check? Would you mind checking if they can hear the singing bowl? No, go ahead. There's absolutely no way they can hear that. Somebody would tell us into a microphone if you could hear that. Go ahead and hit it again. No, good. No, people paid to hear the singing bowl. Can I get a booth for this, I guess the singing bowl show starts at 9? I'll take a booth for me and my friends. Thank you. Toss me that for a second. Thank you. You know Elliot was a 3-sport athlete? Get the fuck out of here, you had your time. I broke a pipe. The pipe's broke. We gotta get Holy shit, man. We like to have fun. That homeless guy, he does ask me for money all the time. I never have it, but I do have extra stuff. So one time I tried to give him a pair of sneakers, and he was like, no, it's all right, man. I got 4 other pairs in the cart. And that blew my mind. Because I didn't know they could just be like, no, that's all right. I was under the impression that you weren't much of a chooser, is what I said. And then as I was walking away, he goes, but if you ever have any extra weed, because I'm homeless, I'm not blind, you know, because you got that head, if you ever have any extra weed, you let me know. And I said, and I left. But I still kind of have the same question in my head now that I did that night, and that is, what the fuck is extra weed, do you think? Do you know what the guy? I've never heard of that in my entire life. I've never been at home and you take out all the weed that you have and you dump it out and you're like, well, it all checks out. That's a pile. That's what I'm used to. Wait a minute. What the fuck is this? This is fine. This is a goddamn surplus. Sell me more. That's college weed. Put that away for kids. Extra weed. You can't ask somebody if they have extra. That's like asking if you have extra parents. Hey man, you got any extra parents? I'll hit you back. You remember when we had that party in my basement last Friday and drank a bunch of Red Dog beer? Let me get your parents. You owe me. No, man, I just got the 2, you know, and we're making brownies with them later, so they're spoken for sure. Somebody over here does my favorite thing, and that's when you repeat the punchline right afterwards because you couldn't believe how funny it was. That's my favorite. Yo, what the fuck? Cool. I was a fat kid when I was younger, when I was in high school. Anybody else? Any other fat kids in here? Yeah, nice. Good shit, man. I was the fat kid and they put me on the basketball team. And that was the worst place. I mean, I tried out, but then they put me on. Oops. Nice foresight, fatty. And I was there. You don't have to get weird. I'm talking about myself. I lived it. You don't have to. We're over it. But that's the worst place to keep the fat kids, man. I was always super sweaty and glistening, sprinting around. Plus I had man boobs, you know? You heard about these? You can't turn on the news nowadays without hearing about some man boobs. And first of all, it's 2017. Can we start calling them people tits, please? Man boobs, a little redundant. Yeah. A lot of people marching for a lot of different things. I'd like to hop on the people tits train, please. Choo-choo, chiboogan with the people tits. So I was on the basketball team, and I was the fucking worst because they make you wear the jerseys, the tank tops, you know? My little boobies would hang out of the side, would poke out. I always had like perfect side boob, you know? It always looked like I was going to the Grammys after the game. There's Mike Falzone slaying on the bench. Mike, who are you wearing? Benel Bulldogs. I asked for a medium. Back to you, Daisy Fuentes. Thank you for laughing like you know who Daisy Fuentes is. They're like, we're not 40, we don't know what you're talking about. Our parents didn't let us watch E when you were watching E religiously. You know who Daisy Fuentes is, for real? What year would this joke be relevant in? What could the next joke be after a Daisy Fuentes joke? Hey, you guys like Mountain Dew? Woo-hoo! You guys hear about fucking frisbee golf? Woo-hoo! Weird dumb shit. Weird dumb frisbee golf shit. What'd you just say? What? No, I'm not getting you. It just sounded interesting. I said frisbee golf, and then you were like, I got several things to say about frisbee golf. First of all, not all fun and games. You gotta throw a frisbee into it. Well, you get the general idea. Let me break down the specifics. I would be out of that fucking conversation so fast. There's nothing you could say. You could say, and then we all light ourselves on fire, and I would not listen to your frisbee golf rant. There's nothing. I was also an only child. Still am an only child. I'll go. I'll leave. What do you want me to do? Is it because we're so close to Easter and I look like this? Is this why I'm getting fucked with? Getting fucked with because I'm early? Came back a little early. Guys, Jesus returned. I know you think I'm fucking around. I know no one here even believes that stuff anymore, but he's back and he was at the fun house and he was telling jokes. What the fuck? That's what would happen to you. Jesus is back and he's at the gosh darn fun house. Oh yeah, well you're going to a fun house too, and it's real. Single people here? Anybody single? Are you guys are together? You guys are in love? You live with each other? You just hang out? You live with each other? You like shit in front of each other and stuff like that? Nice. Cool. I just meant like proximity-wise. I didn't mean like as a punishment or whatever. Why, you didn't even go grocery shopping? What a shit! You look at my eyes while I shit! We had the same conversation last week! Oh my shit! I'm shitting! Don't look away! Don't look away! Yeah. Good tag. I should have said that. Anybody on Tinder, aside from Dana and Elliot? They just keep matching with each other and pretending like it's not awkward. There's only so many people come up. It's 0.001 miles away? You're in the back seat? Did you just reduce my fraction? Nah. Not doing fractions tonight. What the fuck? Chill out, man. Dude, there's some shit going on. Me and my wife are on Tinder now. We have Tinder profiles because single people are fucking hilarious. You know that about you guys? I matched with a woman this morning. Her name was Karen. According to Karen's profile, Karen is addicted to traveling. My favorite. Because what are your meetings like, Karen? You're addicted to travel. Hey, my name's Karen. Ooh, first time on one of these. I haven't been anywhere in 4 days. All right, let's give it up for Karen. Yeah, woo Karen. Fuck you, Karen. There are real problems. That's not a real addiction. I've never heard somebody be like, I don't give a shit. Keep the kids. Just give me a little bit of gas in the RV. Pop, pop. Ooh, a little bit of gas. That's dumb. Had to cross the street earlier this week because I too am addicted to travel. Not afraid to say it. Went over to the crosswalk because I figured that was the best place to do it. Top 5 at least. So I went to the crosswalk and I hit the button to make the light change, you know? And I waited 20, 30 seconds, felt like forever because I'm a millennial technically. And then I heard somebody else hit the button on the other side of the street. And that's when I learned that I get annoyed too easily. Because I yelled at the top of my lungs, yeah, I got it! Bit much? And then they actually yelled back, oh, okay. You know, just like a normal type of a person who maybe didn't know that they were in an altercation at that point. And then it should have stopped there, but it didn't. And I yelled back, yeah, I don't just like hang out here. And that was too much. Admittedly, that was too much. Because that's when the light changed. Now I gotta walk right into that person. And they're looking at me like, hey man, you know, why'd you yell at me? I was having a lovely day. I was having a Friday, and you yelled at me. And we're getting closer and closer, and our shoulders are about to touch. And I'm like, this is so, we're the only people around. I gotta defuse this situation. So I leaned in and I said, hey man, it's crazy out here today. And it's, like it was the weather. Like you remember last week when it was foggy? Well, now it's crazy. I gotta get going. I figured that was better than saying nothing, because then he would think that I do like hanging out there, which is false. All right, one more thing, and then I'll let you guys go. Thank you all for being so patient, being so kind, and packing in here. This is fucking awesome. You guys sold this place out. Thank you for coming out of your homes. Yeah. I don't know what you said, but it sounded excited, and I agree with it. Unless you were like, I'm gonna fucking kill you later. Then fucking don't do that. I gotta wait till Sunday to pop back up. Something a buddy taught me. Don't know what he said. So, oh, that's, dude. Did you say it? And I acknowledged it, and then you were like, honk, honk, I said. Eric's turn for a second. Honk, honk. End the show. Fuck you, Eric. I'm just kidding, man. Thanks for paying.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. It's just me and you here, Papa. So we were on the road today for 9.5 hours. I called my dad. He was like, what are you doing tonight, man? Where are you at? And I said, Dad, I'm headlining the Fun House. That's all right, we're gonna ignore that happened. I said, Dad, I'm headlining the Funhouse in Portland, Oregon. This crazy place, a lot of clowns. I think it's sold out. Do you have any words of advice? He was like, yeah, man. I don't know, get a different dream. I got mad, you know, got a little mad. Not because it's bad advice, it's good advice. I wasn't ready to hear it, I guess. Wasn't expecting to hear that. What I was expecting to hear was, you know, happy birthday. But, you know, don't always get it, I guess. You don't always get what you want. Especially when it's not your birthday. No one's gonna say that shit. But I thought, hey man, this is not so hard. I can come up with 3 new dreams before we even get here. I'll run them by you guys before I call him. So could I do that? Can I tell you my 3 new dreams that I have? Awesome. Thank you. You didn't have much of a choice. This is how I end the show. First dream, I don't know if there are any movie producers in here, but I'd like to make a movie, please. Thank you. Where Biggie Smalls goes back in time to kill Hitler. I'm gonna call it Inglorious B.I.G. Good dream, good movie. Second dream, I want to own a fleet of tow trucks. Thank you. And I want those tow trucks to be driven by magicians. And I want to call the company, Is This Your Car? Last dream, probably most exciting prospect. I want to open a part dispensary, right? Yeah. Part dispensary, part bakery. Oh, what a good idea. Part dispensary, part bakery, part daycare center. And I want to call it Joint Custardy. Yo, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us.